Hello Star Wars fans and welcome to Victoria's Cantina, where today we're having a look at the Hasbro Star Wars The Black Series number 94, The Mandalorian. Now this is a figure I know a lot of us have been really eager to receive, and he's finally here. Got mine off Target.com, he retails for $19.99. I personally haven't seen it in stores yet, though my toy hunts have been a little bit far and few between lately as I've been working a lot and really busy. But the packaging here, same old, same old. They didn't do any changes for the Rise of Skywalker / The Mandalorian / Jedi Fallen Order. At the back, you get a lovely Target sticker. Target loves their stickers, and they know that we collectors love them too. His body is shielded by Beskar armor. His face is hidden behind a T-visored mask, and his past is wrapped in mystery. The Mandalorian is battle-worn and tight-lipped, a formidable bounty hunter? Oh, goodness gracious. A formidable bounty hunter in an increasingly dangerous galaxy. Of course, gives you the number right there. I wonder what they're going to do when they get to 100. I mean, how's this going to look? Are they just going to do smaller numbers? Are they going to make it so that it's like, horizontal like this? I guess we'll see probably sooner rather than later. Okay, I'm going to take a moment, get this guy out of the box, and when we come back, we'll take a closer look at the Mandalorian. All right, you guys, so here's the Mandalorian out of the packaging, and wow, this is a very stunning figure. Hasbro has been doing a lot better in the past couple of years when it comes to 6-inch figures, when it comes to sculpting, when it comes to paint apps, and just overall quality of the plastic. And this definitely seems in line with the improvements that they've made over that period of time. Now, the proportions look very nice. It's a very proportionate figure. Even wearing all that armor, it definitely has a very nice silhouette, nice physique, and just the overall detail looks really nice. You can see how he's wearing a cape that drapes along his back. It too looks quite detailed. I really like the way that they sculpted it. It looks nicely textured. And the costume itself, looks very rusted out. It definitely looks pretty worn, but the way that they handled the detail on it is pretty exquisite. I'm really liking the way that the helmet looks. I really like the sheen that it has to it. It's basically this sort of gunmetal color and almost like pewter, but it has kind of like a flat slickness about it that's also got a sheen to it. Kind of hard to describe, but I think it looks really nice. And that sculpted detail looks great, just the way that they approached it. Really nice looking helmet. The rest of the armor looks really good. It's my understanding that the Mandalorian upgrades his armor throughout the season, so it's supposed to look a little bit different by the end. So maybe we'll get another figure down the road of the Mandalorian in his fully decked out armor. I kind of would have preferred that, but I'll take what we can get. And this actually looks really good. I think it's a good starting point for sure. And yeah, just the sculpting is really nicely done on his flight suit, if you want to call it a flight suit. His armored bits are nicely sculpted, nicely painted, like that little blue triangle there. It's a really nice touch the way they did that. Very clean paint too, I might add. You can see there's also some weathering going on here with the armor. And it looks really good. It is reminiscent of Boba Fett's armor. There's like some dings and scuffs and scratches. And like these aren't even the same pieces. You can see that these are mismatched. So he's definitely kind of starting from scratch, quite literally, in the season. Or at least that's what seems to be the case based on the figure. We could be completely off base, but we're just analyzing the figure and making guesses. But yeah, even the knee armor is different. This looks more like Boba Fett than that does. And yeah, are the boots different too? It's like everything about it is different. Like the actual bottom of the boots look the same, but like the shin guards are definitely a bit different. Underneath the cape, you can see that there's more of that armor there. It's not quite as dirtied up, but it still looks quite nice. There's a bandolier here connected to his belt. The belt itself is nicely detailed and different little paint apps on there to kind of bring out more of that realism. So I do appreciate that quite a bit. You can also see there's like some segments here in this vest or whatever you want to call it, that cream colored bit that he's wearing underneath his armor. Overall, it's looking really, really nice. So let's talk articulation. The head articulation is great. So he does have a jointed neck. So the neck goes down, it goes side to side. You can rotate it, but also the head is on a ball pin or a ball joint. So you can move that independently of the neck. And that really enables this really great movement of him looking down, looking up. Not so much up, but definitely, looking down. That's quite great. You can turn it, you can tilt it. Here at the shoulders, we do have insert molded connections at the shoulders. So you can see that the armor goes up. When you move it up, you can move it outward as well. There is a butterfly joint in here as well. So really nice added touch. Nothing here at the biceps, but you do have insert molded connections here at both of the elbows. And you get about 90 degrees, maybe a little bit more actually than 90 degrees. You can also swivel that. And here at both of the wrists, you can rotate the gauntlets as well. So that is also really cool. At the wrists, you can rotate. This one here, the left side goes forward and back, and the right one goes swivel, and then it goes up and down instead of forward and back. Here at the upper torso, there's a really nice ball joint giving you a lot of nice movement. So that is really, really cool. You can rotate that side to side as well. Here at the hips, you can move them outward. Not a complete split, but definitely enough. And they do go forward as well. You can move them down. Rotations at both of the thighs. You do have double bends at both of the knees. And he does get a very nice bend right there. And then here at the ankles, it bends down, it goes up, but it's also in a rocker pivot. So definitely in line with modern Black Series in terms of the articulation department. But I'm especially pleased with the amount of movement you get here at his torso as well as the neck and head. There's a lot of movement there, and I greatly appreciate that. All right, so we get two accessories. The first one being this very long staff / rifle, which is very interesting looking. Now, if you're an older Star Wars fan or you're familiar with the Star Wars Holiday Special, this is very clearly a tribute to the weapon that Boba Fett uses in the animated short in that Holiday Special. So that is really cool to see included with the figure. It's really cool that he's going to have something like this in the show. The actual detail on the weapon is really nice. It's really nicely sculpted. Lots of fine detailing there, and the paint on it is also very nicely done. You'll also see that there's a little peg right there. The intent with that is that you take your figure, and you'll see the little hole right there. And it's kind of a little tricky because you can see it's not like perfectly like straight, so you kind of just have to angle it. Even so, I'm having a really difficult time like getting it to stay in there. Like it's there, right? But this is, well, came out. Okay, I see. So this strap, if you orient it over that hole, lines up. So let's try that and see if this does the trick. All right, so stick it in like that. It stays. I mean, that's a lot better. It doesn't fall out, I don't think, but it's still kind of sticking out. Like it doesn't go all the way in. Yeah. If you have this figure, let me know if yours is like that too, because that is a little bit strange. So we also get this little pistol here, and this also looks pretty nice. It's a lot more simplistic, but it's a decent looking pistol. And it plugs into his holster that you have right here. So you're just going to undo the little tab right there in the holster. And from there, you're just going to glide it in just like this. And then you can take that little peg and latch it back in place like that. So yeah, it's really nice that that works. And it's more functional, it seems, than putting that longer rifle on his back. Here's a comparison of the Mandalorian along with Boba Fett and Jango Fett, both from the Black Series. Proportionately speaking, I think the Mandalorian looks more realistic. I think that he's got a better silhouette. Like Jango Fett looks decent, but very wide-looking torso. And Boba Fett as well, just doesn't look quite as proportionate as Mandalorian does. Also, the detail on it, I think, is an improvement over the other two, because the other two aren't bad, but Jango's a little bit overdone, and Boba's maybe a little bit underdone in some respects. So I think what they did with Mandalorian is certainly exceptional when compared to the other two. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so there you have it. This is the Hasbro Star Wars, the Black Series, the Mandalorian 6-inch action figure. Overall, you guys, I think that Hasbro did a remarkable job with this figure. It's certainly becoming one of my favorites in the Black Series. And as you guys know, there's well over 100 of them at this point. So they're definitely improving everything they do with Black Series, and that's really awesome to see. And, proportionately speaking, this looks great. The detail on it is very nice. And proportionately speaking, the figure looks really good. The sculpted detail is awesome. I really like the look of the helmet and you just how it has that sheen to it. Also, the paint applications are really nicely implemented. The articulation is great head movement, great torso movement. The butterfly joints at the shoulders are a nice touch. And the accessories are also really nice. I just wish that longer rifle was able to be fitted into his back better because mine is just not wanting to go in there. But beyond that, it's a great looking figure. It's a nice addition to the Black Series. And I look forward to getting more figures from the Mandalorian. I'm really looking forward to it. Alright my friends, I hope that you've enjoyed this video. As always, let me know your thoughts down below. I'm looking forward to reading your comments about this figure. And of course, I'd also like to thank you for tuning in to Victoria's Cantina. Until next time, bye bye.